I'm going to tell you my dream about how I went to heaven and came back. Okay, so first, in my dream, I was watching a movie with my family. My dad was at work. Suddenly, I heard a noise from the sky. It was the sound of a little girl, like a baby, probably about 3 years old. And it said Jesus is coming soon. It said it in every person's language. Whoever looked up and heard the noise, it said in every person's language, their native language, their real language. So then I saw angels coming out of the clouds, and they started bowing down and to a huge. There was a big, huge lion in the sky, and its roar made the earth shake, like you would fall down and trip. Like you slip on water, you fall down and trip. When his roar roared, it would make everybody fall down. So then the lion turned to a human. I couldn't see its face. It was Jesus. His face was really bright, like your eyes would be blind. Then I heard Jesus talk. He said, "I'm the way, the truth, and the life." And then he said, "I told you this, that I'm coming soon, and that time is near." And he said that I was expecting when I was near that all of you would change your ways and come to be, and you would go the right path. But instead, you went to the wrong path. You turned your ways to evil ways, and you went into the wrong direction. You turned back to the devil, and you never ever cared about me. Why won't you listen and turn back? Then he said, "I'm the way, the truth, and the life." And he said, I'm going, therefore, because you did not listen, I have put my hand on you and have put all my wraths and plagues and disasters on you. I've started with Texas next. I will start with all countries. And he said, and then he said, "I'm the way, the truth, and the life" again. And then the little girl came back again. I heard her voice, and she said, "Jesus is coming soon." And then she said that God has finished the place that he has worked in heaven. He promised us that he will go and make a place for us. That place is now finished. She's coming soon. And then I went outside in my dream and told that voice, the girl, I was like, "Who are you?" And she said, "Why do you want to know who I am?" I said, "Because I want to know who I am," because I thought it was baby Maya, the one who died. So then she said, "I am a child that has been used as the main key of heaven. Jesus used me, my Lord, the King and Savior, uses me in heaven to do his jobs and works, and I work for him. I am truly blessed in heaven with all blessings, and I work in heaven for everyone, and I'm blessed for all generations." And then she said, "Let me show you something." And I disappeared. She took me away. And in a second, I was outside a gate. I was in the clouds. I was outside the gate. The gate led to heaven. And heaven, you could see heaven. It was beautiful. You could see through the gatings. It looked really, really beautiful. It's really beautiful. But she didn't take me through the gates yet. She said, "I'm going to show you what's going to happen when our King comes to earth." And then I was on earth in the dream, and everything changed. I was in the future. There was lots of robots. AI was everywhere. I was in downtown, and all the cars were like electric cars. Everything was like Cybertrucks. Everything was full. It was AI. All the things, even the towers and stuff, were robots. Everything was robots. Then I saw in the clouds a horse coming. It was a white horse, and you could see it. Everybody started looking up. And it was God, Jesus, and he stretched his hands, and when he stretched his hands, angels came and attacked those robots. And she said, "Don't be afraid, these robots are attacking everything in the world." And when they were attacking all the robots. Everybody was running, screaming, everything. Then there was a huge, big earthquake. You just fall in a second. I was shaking, everybody was shaking. And she took me away. Then I saw from space, I saw the earth just fall down. It tore into pieces. And then she said, "This is what's going to happen when the king comes, and the people that remain on the rupture. And then she said, let me show you how Satan wants to play with you and your mother's family. And then she said, then she took me to outside a lake. And on that lake, I was around the lake and I was teaching some kids. And then I was out there on the lake and the devil threw me on the lake. But there was this puzzle pieces, there were big puzzle pieces lying on the lake. It was floating and I fell right on that. I didn't go in the lake. The water was so dark. If you put your leg there, you just don't know what's gonna happen to you. It's really scary. Then when I got on there, the devil told me, I'm gonna treat your mom's family like this. I'm mad at your mom's family. I was like, why? And he said, because your mom's family is really strong in faith and they always reject me. There's no sickness, nothing. I've tried everything on your mom's family and nothing has worked. Your mom's generation is really strong in faith. Your prayers have always changed them and I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. He was really mad when he said that. So then he said, I'm gonna destroy you and your mom's family. And he said that he was gonna put disaster on it. And he said, and you wonder why whenever you pray, this is true, whenever I pray for my mom's family, a scary noise comes or scares me. He tries to frighten me so I could stop praying. And he says, and you wonder why there are scary noises in your room whenever you pray for your mom's family, right? He said, it's me. I'm trying to destroy you, so stop praying. I hate it. And he said, I'm like this, like, whatever you do and pray about your mom's family or you yourself, I will scare you. And then I was like, you can never scare me. Something picked me up and it threw me all the way across the lake back to where I was. And I was drowning in the water first, and then something pushed me up the water and put me back on the floor. I started choking, and there was another circle of clouds popping up, and it was a video of my mom talking to her sister on the phone. And then I was asking for help because I was choking a lot, but she didn't hear me. After a few minutes, I was sitting down, and my mom got out of the circle, came to mine, and said, what happened to you? And I said, I was choking, you never listened to me. And then she said, well, Alicia, she said, I'm going to make your mother like this. Your whole mom's family, I will destroy. I've tried everything on them, but they just still have such a strong faith. And then the little girl took me back and said, this is what Satan's trying to do on your mom's family and you. His main target right now is you and your mom's family. And she said that you have to be strong in faith and really strong. He will try everything on you. Everything you do, he will try to destroy your prayers, your everything. He will try to make you lose your faith. He will try to make you lose your belief, and he will try to take you out of protest it. And she said, and then she touched my heart and said that I'm adding more faith to your heart right now. There will be a lot of tough times for you, and this faith will make you stronger. Every single time you get scared, your faith will disappear, but that's not going to happen anymore. Jesus has touched your heart, and he will make your faith. He's making your faith even stronger. And then she looked up and she said, it's time for you to go back to earth. I said, I did not want to go back to earth. I was like, no, I don't want to go back to earth because I wanted to go through those gates into heaven. And she said, your time is now back to earth. And then I woke up. Today she told me, oh wait, hold on, Jesus needs to tell you something. She said that Jesus is telling you, and then Jesus told me, I couldn't see his face, it was too bright. He said, the last generation, I will only tell you because you are in heaven now and nobody knows, but not anyone, not even the angels know. He told me the last generation is technology, the technology generation, and you're the only one, and all the people you gather up is going to be the only one that saves that generation. So he told me that the last generation would be technology. I asked him, what is that like? And he said the whole world will be full of technology. Everything will turn to technology. Nothing will be used as old times, old story, nothing like that. It's going to be all full of technology. And that's when, remember this, when you see the whole world full of technology, that's the last generation, and that's when I'm going to come.